The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step, and it's that time of year and you're probably thinking about taking the first step for the new year to achieve something you've been thinking about, or maybe to finish something that you've already taken some steps. You might be already 100 steps into the journey of 1,000 miles, or you might be right down the path where you actually gave up towards the end. So I'm going to give you some maybe some tips could be helpful. I'm not always the smartest bloke in the block, but I seem to be the person who does the most, as history will show. So it's not about being the fastest, it's being the person who keeps going. It's like the tortoise and the hare type scenario. So as long as you're moving forward, I think fulfillment and satisfaction comes from moving towards your goal, where frustration comes from moving away from your goal. And a goal is never stationary. It's either moving away from you or moving towards you, and the goal's not going to move towards you. You actually have to move towards it. A wise man once taught me, if you take one step towards a goal, it will tend to take 2 steps towards you, but if you take no steps towards a goal, it will take 2 steps away from you and tend to become distant. And I get a lot of people who approach me saying, oh, I've been meaning to take up martial arts, I've been meaning to get my black belt, I've been meaning to finish my brown belt into a black belt. And words are cheap, as the old saying goes, and sometimes it's best not to say so much, just to take action, take that step. Because the only thing worse than not taking the step is the regret you will have from not taking it. And you become one of those someday I'll type people. Someday I'll do this, and then I was going to do this, I wish I'd do that, I could have done that, but you actually haven't actually done it. And a journey of 1,000 miles isn't that hard, it's just one step at a time. So a lot of people look at the mountain and say, wow, that's just so big to climb. Well, really, ultimately, it's just one step at a time. But if you take that first step, that will energize you to take the next step, and that will energize you to take the next step. And don't wait to feel good to take the step. Don't wait to feel motivated to take the step. Take the step, because ultimately all goals are achieved through discipline. And discipline, as beautifully said by my gorgeous wife Rory, says discipline is doing what you should do when you should do it, even when you don't feel like doing it. And I always remember hearing a quote from a very successful person. It says, I'm the most successful, lazy, disciplined person you're ever going to meet. So if I had a choice where I could just sit on the couch and do nothing, I would, but I know that's not going to serve me or my life or my health or my success very well. So even when I don't feel like doing it, that's when I know I should do it, therefore I go and do it and get it over. There's one thing worse from doing it is thinking about doing it, because that will start to weigh heavy on your mind. So when you're in that process, I think we all know what we should be doing. I think success is easy achieved by just doing what you should do. And if you had done everything you said you were going to do in the past, where would you be today? Well, you would probably be further down the path of the important things in your life than you were where you are now. So maybe turn all those shoulds into dones, and then you're going to find that life will dramatically change. I don't always feel like training when I train for World Championships. A lot of the time I don't. I'm of maturity, of that vintage age where my joints and my muscles and my tendons are sore, and I'm approaching 60 now. But I know if I don't do it, it will just get worse. And if I stop striving for new goals, then I find I'll age even faster. The old saying, do you get old and stop martial arts, or you stop martial arts and get old? Well, I'm a big advocate as you stop martial arts and get old. So a rolling stone gathers no moss, means I'm not going to keep going. I might be a bit slower, I might be a bit more pain, but I know that the consequences of not doing are far greater than the consequences of doing. I'd rather wear out than rust out. So when you think about what you want to achieve and what you want to, more importantly, who do you want to become? And think of what type of person do I have to become to achieve that? Do I have to become a disciplined person? Do I have to be a person of character? Do I have to follow my moral compass? Do I have to be an action-orientated hero? So when you're at that moment, because really life is made up of moments, and each moment can change your life. Life is made up of time. What you put in that time will determine what type of life you live. And life is full of decisions. Now, will I do it or won't I do it? Well, if it's important to you, no matter what you feel, just do it. You will feel better. The worst work, the only bad workout they have is the workout you don't have. The only bad action you take is the action that you should have taken and you didn't take. So there's those inactions. You're not going to remember, the things you regret in life with the things that you didn't do, or the person you didn't become, or the things you didn't achieve. And all of those are based on actions. So think of what you want, think of direction you want to go in, and then take action. And every action, there's going to be that moment of, will I, want I, just take it anyway. And that movement will create momentum, and momentum will create emotion, because motion creates emotion, that the positive motion. The hormones start flying, the blood starts pumping, the oxygen starts flowing, you start feeling better, and you want to take another step. But the first step is the one you probably won't want to take, because you're too comfortable on the couch, or you're too comfortable not taking the step, and that's when you should take the step. Because what is the consequences of not taking those steps, and what are the what are you going to feel, how are you going to feel, what are you going to achieve if you do take those steps? It's going to be a difference between feeling fulfilled versus feeling regretful. So when you don't feel like doing it, that's when you should do it. And think of the consequences of not doing it, and take that action. Do it now and save time later. I guarantee you're going to feel better if you're taking some form of action on your dreams, on your goals, whether it be martial art goals or any other particular goal. So when you're at that point, take the step, then decide, take the next step, then decide, take the next step, and be careful when are you making excuses, or are they legitimate reasons why you're not taking it? And the easy person to fool is yourself, so don't be fooled by yourself. And say, okay, this is the new year, but don't start at the beginning of the year, just start. Doesn't matter what time. Time is just time. Life is made up of time. Don't waste it. What is 1 hour of your life? The next hour, are you going to invest it, or are you going to waste it thinking about what you should be investing in, or wasting it, hiding from what you should be investing it in? So that's maybe a few words of wisdom from me, who've done a fair bit in my life, and that's not because I'm the fastest, the most potential, the best looking. It's just because I just do what other people don't do. If you do what other people are not prepared to do, you have what other people don't have. And they go, geez, you're lucky, but every luck is labour under continual knowledge. You're always learning and doing. Don't learn to know, you become an educated derelict. Learn to do, you become a very successful person in your field that is important to you. And if martial arts, your field, if you're thinking about it, just go and start. Just go and start. It's a great profession. There's great people in it. And once you start, just keep rolling, keep kicking, keep punching until you achieve what you want to achieve. And martial arts isn't a seasonal sport. It's not even a sport. Martial arts is a way of life. It's not just about the kicking and punching. It's about the character that you build, become that person who deserves the black belt, or deserves the world championship, or deserves what you want to grow yourself into. It's not about the goal, it's who you have to become to deserve that achievement or deserve that goal. But like anything, everything starts somewhere. I started when I was 10 years of age, and now I'm heading towards 60, and everything I've achieved in that way is because I've just taken action. And all of those things, I didn't really enjoy going through university or getting my master's degree, but I knew that if I went through it and I went through that pain, I would have a life of pleasure after. The training sessions for World Champions is painful, but I know once I've got the championship, then I'll have the life of pleasure after. As Muhammad Ali, I hated every moment of training, but I knew if I just put up with the pain, then I'd live the rest of my life as a champion, feeling fulfilled and feeling pleasure from that achievement. So yes, everything is painful. If you want to lose weight, you're going to go through the pain of hunger. If you want to get fit, you have to go through the pain of muscle aches. If you want to become a world champion martial arts, you're going to go through the pain of training, the pain of getting hit, and the pain. But ultimately, all that pain just disappears when you've achieved it. You don't feel a thing, and you've got the proof, whether that be the qualifications, or whether that be the belts, or whether that be the medals, and those things you can look upon and go, wow, look what I've done, look what I've achieved, because I never gave up. And I'll finish off with what I call our club's Dragons Code, which is the code we go by. Dragons, the word dragons, D is discipline. Obviously everything achieved has to have Discipline, doing what you should do when you should do it, even if you don't feel like doing it. R is respect, to respect yourself, respect others, and respect the environment and things. So if you were self-respecting, you'd never mistreat yourself, whether it be physically or with bad food or bad lifestyle. You wouldn't get overweight because that would be disrespectful to yourself. A is attitude, is always have that positive attitude through good times and bad times, and always have a positive outlook on life. Whether you're being punched in the face or you're doing the punching, you have a great attitude. G is gratitude. Be grateful for your past lessons that you've learned in life, irrespective of what they are. Be grateful for your current situation, and be grateful for your future opportunities that you're going to take action on. Then we have honesty. Be honest, be truthful to yourself. Stop, look in the mirror and be truthful to yourself. And it's very hard to lie to yourself in the mirror. And be truthful when people ask you. He says, "Oh, why didn't you do that?" Well, rather than saying, well, with lots of excuses, say, "Well, I've just been bloody undisciplined, and I have to, shake myself up and get going." So just be honest with yourself. N is never give up. Once your ball rolls, never stop. Never give up. As soon as you start stopping, it's very hard to start up again. I get a lot of people who come back into martial arts. It's hard to get started back in there. I had a 20-year break and I got back into it at 46. That was a tough bike to get going again at 46. But once it got going, it built momentum, and now it's turned into more of a vintage racing bike. So once you start, don't give up. Even if you have to bring the speed down, but just keep involved, keep chugging away. Even if they're little steps. I'm out of season now, in between championships, but I'm still training. I'm not training with the intensity or the focus or the duration or the, like I was when I was leading into a championships, but I keep moving, I keep training. So never give up. And S is spirit. Spirit is have that attitude towards life, that energy, that zest for life. Have a great spirit. That is the fighting spirit of life. You only get one chance in life, so attack it with zest and gutso, if there's such a word, and then you live a great life that you'll be proud of, and you'll be also inspire others to do that also, and you'll be able to pass it forward. Have a great 2024, and look forward to meeting you on the other side of your goals.